Oh, this is definitely a day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. And looky there. That one deer just scared him to death. He took off running. The rest of them are laying down just having a great time out there. Oh, me. Yeah, what are y'all running from anyway? I just startled you, didn't I? They're all laying out here in the grass. A few of them are feeding. Yeah, there's Nina and Ranger out there. I don't see Forrest and Jenny this morning. I know they're around. They're probably out on the other side waiting for Jimmy to get his lazy fanny out there and feed them some breakfast. But that's a beautiful start to a beautiful day right there. It certainly is. Be heading up there to visit Chris in just a little bit. But the deer all wanted to tell me, good morning, Jimmy. Wow, will you look at that water? It is going to be a beautiful day. I am definitely going to fish a little bit this week. But my goodness, what a beautiful day. What a great way to start out another great week. A week where we're hoping to see a lot more improvement with Chris. I think she was reading all the get well cards and the best wishes cards. Sure looked to me like she was reading them that. I'm anxious to, she'll be able to tell me that one of these days soon, I hope. We're still praying and praising God because we are blessed just about more than anybody in the whole wide world. I can just never get tired of looking at these guys. I swear, I just never can get tired of looking at them. They lay around here. That's a beautiful little herd. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 deer right there, and they just hang around. I mean, they're here. They're wild deer, but they're here at the house, and they just hang around because we take good care of them and we love them, and they know they're not in any danger. And they're loving our front yard. Of course, we mow this a couple times a week. It's irrigated out of the lake. We've got a water system, sprinkler system that my great friend Ben Duncan from up in Oklahoma City helped me put in years ago. Well, actually, he put it in. We hired a couple of guys to help him. He put it in while Chris and I were at a tournament, and Ben was a great basketball player here in Oklahoma. Actually played for both Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State University. And Ben was a professor, a college professor for years, great fisherman, and just a wonderful guy, just, great friend. And Ben put the sprinkler system in. He told me, he said, you can hire a couple guys to help me. I'll take care of everything. He used to do that during the summer while he was teaching, and it's a summer job. And so he learned a lot about it. And it's been in here for years now. I don't know how many years, but we've had to work on it occasionally. But it's really been a tremendous system that he put in for us, and it keeps our yard nice and beautiful. You can look over at the other side. You see that other side. Now, that'll get green too, but now that's not watered way over there past those trees, past that little pocket that comes up in there. And so we sprinkle the water systems right out of the lake, and so when the lake gets fertilized good, we're using fertilizer that comes out of the water. We fertilize the water on the ground, on the grass. And so we just get a beautiful yard going. There's some clover in there. Normally I would kill the clover in a yard. Most people will. They don't like it, but I like it for the deer. So I don't mind having a little clover because the deer get to eat the clover. So there's all my buddies right there. And they're just gorgeous. I haven't seen Lucy's herd yet this morning, but they'll be here. Well, I never get tired of looking at that. And that's the herd, Lucy's herd. You notice how much larger the twins are than the triplets. One of the reasons, of course, is those are Iowa deer. They were born in a pen. Their daddy's a big Oklahoma buck, TC. Their mama's Oklahoma doe. And they are just almost a year old. They're 11 months old. The twins were born June 29th, so they're maybe about 6 weeks younger, or the triplets, we're about 6 weeks younger. But you notice how much smaller they are, because one of the reasons is they're triplets, 3 instead of 2. And then secondly, they're just simply Oklahoma deer, which don't get nearly as large. And we should be able to tell a major difference in looking at Ranger's antlers and Forrest antlers. You can see Forrest antlers are quite a bit larger. The little nubbins there are growing a lot bigger than, and you'll see the two right side by side right there. That's a great picture right there. You can see the difference there. I'm zooming in there. I'm just shooting through the window, but zooming in right there on those two, and you can see that his is already going quite a bit larger than little Ranger. Ranger's a beauty though. He's a beauty. But northern deer are just big, giant deer. They have tougher winters, tougher conditions to live in. And of course, he was also bred to a big 240-pound buck. So, or the doe was the Iowa doe, Oklahoma buck. So anyway, you can see the difference right there and looking at those two. Those are, of course, the triplets right there. Miss Nina and Mr. Ranger. Yeah. I know, I know that is not deer or turkey, but those are Canadian geese, greater Canadians. And those are absolutely wild birds right there. And they're actually venturing quite away from the water. I don't know if they're looking for a place to lay their eggs. They don't have any babies, so I don't know if she's got a nest somewhere or not. They're really kind of spooky acting. They're pretty good ways from the water. I'm actually shooting this video again through the window in the house, but they're pretty good little ways from the water. I'm saying a couple 100 yards right there. And they're venturing even further. Of course, obviously they can fly, so they're not too worried. But they don't really get all that far from the water, except when they get out in fields and feed. They're probably hoping that Jimmy and Apache would get their fat fannies out and can't plant the food plots, because there's some stuff in those food plots. I'm planting Okmulgee River buckmaker plots, but I bet there's some stuff in those food plots that those geese would like also. You can see they're up there finding something to eat. I guess is what they're doing. They're out there feeding on all of the new green vegetation. It is just so great the way things are getting green. I'm telling you what, I just love springtime. God gave me another spring. I'm telling you, I believe God's going to give me quite a few more springs. It's just absolutely, absolutely fantastic. And those guys are just having a good time up there in the yard. I looked out the window and saw them, and I thought, my goodness, those geese are a long way from the water. Of course, now they don't have any problem. Here comes a deer coming up here. I believe the feeder must have just gone off. What do you think? I mean, that deer coming running. Either that or something's after her. Yep, here comes another one. I don't know what else. Here comes more, here comes more, here comes more. I'd say the feeder has gone off because they're all headed toward the house at a high rate of speed. Is that fantastic, or is that fantastic? I mean, they hear that feeder go off and they come from way, way out. I just about bet, you know, of course, there's corn and South Fresh deer food in that feeder. I just about bet those geese, they're saying, what's going on here anyway? They're liable to be out there kind of coming toward the house. And they're saying, where are those guys going anyway? They might end up, I think they're going to head back toward the water. They might go over there and get around that feeder also. The wild turkeys, they've definitely found that feeder. They know where it is. That's kind of cool. I thought everybody might enjoy seeing a couple of wild Canadians there. I know Canadians are around all the cities. They call them city geese. They even have seasons for hunting Canadian geese in the cities. But we don't really have a whole lot up here, and we don't really let them get in the yard too much because Chris thinks they make too big a mess. But I'm not going to run them off. I love them. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Hey, guys. How are y'all doing today? Huh? How are y'all doing today? You have some company this morning. You have some company this morning. Yes, you do. Look out there. Oh, there's a couple of elk. Elk says, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This is what you'd call the gathering place. The feeder is not going out yet. It's early. Feeder's going to be going off in about 15 minutes. And so we're gathered. We're gathering, waiting on the feeder to go off. And obviously those two big cow elk way out there, those two big cows have also learned the timing on the feeder. They're sitting there waiting on it to go off too now. An elk will run the whitetail away from the feeder. That's the bad thing. And so we try to keep them away. There's a lot of deer hanging around right now. It's still about 15 minutes early. There's a lot of deer hanging around, and those two big elk out there. Those two big elk way out there. Big old cows. Probably carrying babies. Hi, baby. Hi, baby, how are you doing? How's Miss Nina? Huh? How's Miss Nina this morning? How's Miss Nina? I guess I can point the camera out there, couldn't I? Hi there. Oh no, that's Ranger. That is Ranger. Chris would say, I can recognize Ranger without even looking for those nubbins. He's got such small nubbins. Some of the other bucks are beginning to get some pretty good little nubbins on them, particularly some of our hybrid deer. Getting some pretty good sized nubbins on them. I saw Forrest out here a little earlier. I don't see Forrest and Jenny right now. They will be showing up. They may be out front. I haven't looked around up front. But that is the gathering circle, I guess we could call it, our circle drive. We'll circle around right there in the middle. A nice little pretty buck right here. Yeah, you're a pretty little guy. His horns are gonna be kind of funky, looks like. One's getting a little bit bigger on one side than the other. There's Miss Nina right there. There's Miss Nina right there. Miss Nina's the little one. The little one by that little buck. So there is Nina. Nina and Ranger right there. Forrest and Jenny's running around here somewhere. I saw Jenny a little earlier this morning right after daylight. I am getting ready to head to Tulsa, spend the day with my beautiful wife, Chris. I'm gonna bet that this is a sight that would make Chris smile. Her smile is kind of weak right now, but she does smile. But I bet you that would make her happy right there. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8, maybe 9 deer laying down in the circle. That we call those our circle deer, I guess. Our circle deer. Now none of those are Lucy's herd. There's another deer out there by the feeder. Here's another one that just heard me talking. It's come walking right up here to see what I'm doing. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. That deer is almost 2 years old. You see the red tag. Born in 2019. And those deer are waiting on the feeder to go off. Exactly what they're doing. They're sitting there just patiently waiting on the feeder to go off. It's almost an hour before it goes off. So they're gonna hang around. There'll be a few more deer come around as it gets closer to that magic time that the feeder goes off. But Chris would, that would make Chris smile right there. She's not smiling really good externally. A little bit, I can tell when she's smiling. But she would sure enjoy that right there. I told her the deer were waiting on her, and her eyes brightened a bit. Well, Lucy's herd finally showed up. Looky here what we have. We have Forrest and Jenny, and it looks like Ranger there. I don't see Nina. Oh, there's Ranger right over there. That is Nina right there. I have a hard time with those two. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Come on up here. And of course, the other deer, they are really wanting to get up here and get involved in some of this. But if you'll notice, and we're gonna watch those grow almost on a daily basis over the next couple, 2 or 3 months. If you'll notice, Forrest little nubbins are growing almost daily. You can almost watch them grow. Rangers is not doing quite so much. That's Nina right there. Come on over here. I think I may go on out there and throw some out to the others. I'm still about 45 minutes away before that will go off over there. The feeder will go off. A Texas Hunter feeder. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 deer in addition to, come on over here, Ranger baby. They're just really nervous. Chris is not around. Lucy's gone, and they just sort of don't. They're just a little nervous. You see, even Forrest and Jenny when Pat drove up. And here's more deer over here. Here's more deer over here. When Pat drove up out there, we're filming today. We'll be planning. We're going to be planning. We'll have a planning video coming up real quick. That's what we're going to do today. We're kind of trying to time the rain. We had 1.1 inch. We got more forecast the next couple of days, so we're trying to time that rain, get that Okmulgee River buckmaker plot in the ground, a spring plot. We'll talk about that and show you how we do that. Little buck right there. Yeah, I think I'll go out and throw them a little bit while I'm at it. Y'all want some food? You want me to throw a little food? All right, I'll go do that. Well, looky here. They talk about the Pied Piper. I don't need a flute. All I need is deer food. South Fresh and corn, a mixture of South Fresh and corn. what I've got in there. Wait, I'm gonna put next to the corn. Look at here who come out here. They got all that up on the porch, all that really good stuff. They come out here to eat off the ground. So that's because we're deer, Jimmy. Forrest and Jenny is out here. Oh, there's Nina. All of them come out here. All of them come out here. And they've got stuff. See, that's a mineral block right over there. It's a mineral block right there. They've been on that mineral block pretty heavy. And then right over there is a salt block. Keep them mineral blocks and salt blocks all over for them. And you can see right here, I've got a pretty good little herd of deer. And Lucy's herd, they pop out here too, all of them. They got plenty of food up there, and they got carrots and grapes and Cheerios and cookies and bread and lettuce and grapes. They got all of that stuff up on the porch in a bowl, and they come out here and eat off the ground. Wait, what you doing, big boy? Big boy. Kind of nice watching your antlers go. Yeah, it looks like Nina's got a little scrape on her side. That's growing back. That is a morning feeding here on the Eagle. Well, it does appear that the little ones are getting along a little bit better. Yeah, that's right. All four of them are Lucy's family. Lucy is not here, but her family is, and her family's getting along pretty good, and they all come in for a little lunch. We're pretty glad that somebody's here to take care of them, and they're really enjoying it. Two of the triplets and the twins. It's pretty amazing, really, how much difference there is in size of those deer, but they're doing just fine. I sure would like to get some necklaces. I've got some of those little soft collars on for the triplets also, but the triplets are a little spooky. You notice this right here. You see what they did right there? They backed away, even though they're eating some lunch here. I say lunch, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but they just came in, and I thought they'd come in. I'll fix them another little bowl of treats. I didn't put any deer food, but now you look at Nina. She's looking around over there and seeing what she can see. It's kind of spooky looking, but that's a pretty little bunch right there. And there's their buddies off out there. And there's some turkeys. Turkeys out at the feeder. I just looked out there and saw 2 big old gobblers come in there. We found a turkey nest the other day, or actually Apache did. And 2 big gobblers come in, check the feeder out. I can't remember exactly what time I got that set to go off for. It should be going off here pretty soon. It goes off 3 times a day. That's a smaller gobbler there, and there's one of the really big gobbler. And there he is back behind over there. Yep, there he is right there. But these little guys are just having a good time. Whoa, y'all look like giants. You zoom back out and zoomed in on those turkeys out there, but look at y'all. And they've got their regular stuff there, Cheerios and carrots. I didn't put any lettuce in there. Bread, a couple of cookies, not many cookies. I didn't even put a cookie apiece in there. Grapes, quite a few grapes. You stay back, you stay back. No, look at there. One of their buddies gonna come up here wanting to get in there. You stay back, 940. You stay back, 940. Yeah, you get back. You got a tick on your face too. I gotta get some tick collars on these deer. I think I can get them easily on the twins. The trips, I don't know. I can't even get a regular collar on there. I don't know how I can get a tick collar on. I've got some tick medicine I can put down their back. I've got some of that too I'm gonna try. I don't even know how I can get that on them either, on the little ones. I put a little ivermectin on to try to keep the flies off of the twins. The twins, you know, they're pretty easy. We can pet them. We can do pretty much whatever we want to. In fact, hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, Jenny. Jenny's kind of become my baby. She likes to lay right here. Actually, Forrest and Jenny both are laying over here quite a bit. Yeah, they're both over here laying on Lucy's. Looky there. That's my girl. That's my girl Jenny. Yeah, that's my girl Jenny. Yeah. Yeah, that's my girl. And they've got just about all they want. You don't need to get in there 940. You just stay back. Let the babies eat 940. It's the 2 little bucks there. Look at the difference in size of those deer. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Gee whiz. Dinah's rubbing her head on the post a little bit. Probably itches a little bit. You guys have got lots of green to eat out there. You have lots of green. We've been planting food plots. You're gonna have food plots come up everywhere. Tons of food's gonna be around. We have 5 deer up on the deck now. Jenny's gonna come back and eat. The ranger says, I think I'll come and have me a few more bites. 940? 940? 940 says, I don't want to get too close to you, Jimmy. I could probably fool with 940 there and be able to touch her without too much trouble too if I fool with her a little bit. But I really want to keep this special food up here on the porch for Lucy's herd, Lucy's family. You guys are so pretty. Speaking of a big gobbler, woohoo, look at that guy. Look at that guy. He is up right in the yard feeding. Got a smaller buddy with him. Look at the spurs on that big turkey. Ooh, mercy, 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 mercy. Look at that. Is that incredible? Is that incredible? That's a beauty. That was almost our national bird. Just think about it. If that was a national bird, we've been having eagle season. We'd be hanging on the side of a cliff with an eagle call, trying to call an eagle in. Instead, we're sounding like girl turkeys to try to call turkeys in. National Wild Turkey Federation has done an incredibly great job in this country. We have turkeys everywhere and lots of them. Some places there are not as many as there used to be, and other places there's lots more. We certainly have a lot more here, but we've really taken care of these birds a lot. And that's a big deal, is taking care of them. Taking care of them. I don't know why I think this is special, but there is Ranger laying on the deck. There is Jenny laying on the deck. And then right here is another little buck that is with her friend. The little buck has come up here and laid on the deck. I thought for a minute there that was Forrest, but it's not. That's not Forrest. That's just another little buck that's come up here and laid on the deck, just with them. So he's taming down quite a bit. I might be able to hand feed him pretty soon because he just come up here and laid down with them. They've seen Lucy laying up here and they've kind of learned how. But there's Ranger. He can hear me talking. He's looking in here. But isn't that something? Isn't that something? I can't wait for Chris to come home and be around these animals again.